Hey guys, my name is Nora Franch, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at CatholicMindsetCoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessedness Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. Hey everyone, I just want to point out that this is episode number 50, and I just want to take a moment to celebrate that, because when you're starting at number 1, it feels like this day will never come. So woohoo, celebrating progress. We are reading today from Daily Reflections, the reading for May 2nd on page 131. Titled, Lighting the Dark Past. Cling to the thought that, in God's hands, the dark past is the greatest possession you have, the key to life and happiness for others. With it, you can avert death and misery for them. That's from Alcoholics Anonymous, page 124. And the reflection goes like this. No longer is my past an autobiography. It is a reference book to be taken down, opened, and shared. Today, as I report for duty, the most wonderful picture comes through. For though this day be dark, as some days must be, the stars will shine even brighter later. My witness that they do shine will be called for in the very near future. All my past will this day be a part of me, because it is the key, not the lock. Yes, it is the key. We think it's the lock. It feels like the lock. I like this darkness, though this day be dark, the stars will shine even brighter later. I love something, like some cheesy quote or something that I read that, the darkness makes the stars shine all the brighter. And I think that's true for the 12 steps for program, because in my misery, it was a beacon of hope. On the outside, if I wasn't having trouble, if I wasn't struggling, I wouldn't bother to find a 12-step program. I wouldn't even know which one to walk into. And I wouldn't trouble to take on, the daily disciplines of the tools and the recommendations in program, because why would I do that? I'm doing fine. So all those things that program offers are maybe like those stars in the sky. And they shine quite brightly when we are without a solution, out of answers, and on our knees. Perhaps you may agree with me. But in addition to that, we talk about, there's a promise in the program of we don't, not wishing to regret the past or shut the door on it. That's one of the promises listed. And that's something I think we get to work through for the rest of our lives, honestly. We can get to a point where we're a grateful, alcoholic, or a grateful compulsive overeater, or list your, insert your thing there. And that is huge. That's enormous. But I know I need to keep working through past things, things that come up in the 4th step, but of really working through them till I can get to a place of gratitude. People, places, institutions where I have had fears or resentments, and I get to work through those, as they come up. I don't need to force it, and I don't need to look for stuff. But I think that's why this is a lifelong work, because as we get into different phases of life, old things pop up that we forgot were even a thing. Stuff in our past that may have made it dark. And I think that it's allowed to come up, or even like our minds allow it to come up when we're ready to work through it after we've had some recovery in the program. And, some people go to counseling for that. And that's also where mindset coaching can really help you get down to the roots of where certain behaviors come from based on certain thoughts in your head and things you're thinking or certain emotions that keep coming up and you just don't understand why. Coaching can help you kind of really like dig your teeth into that and tease out these knotty thoughts and these ways of living that we just don't quite understand and get to a source so that we can root it out. And in Catholic mindset coaching and bring it to God, or Christian mindset coaching, bring it to God to help him really boot it for good. Because we are powerless over some like the pain of some of the things that have happened to us and the memories and the ways that they kind of come back. And that's why I think this is a lifelong work, because we are the way we are because of the things that have happened. But sometimes we need to work through those things that have happened so we can get to the other side instead of continually reliving in the pain of a memory or just the general like buzz of restlessness that we have or hypervigilance because of how we grew up. We can eventually, like, thought by thought. And so we have a bajillion thoughts a day. I think there is an actual number, but we have so many apparently. We have so many, and it honestly, the beauty of this mindset work that you get to do through coaching is that you literally get to change yourself, be transformed one thought at a time. And that might sound tedious and monotonous, but I promise you that is the way that you can get to real lasting change. Because we want to just, sweep it under the carpet, or we want to just tell ourselves, yeah, I've worked through it, or I've forgiven them. And like, it's okay. Like, I'm an adult now. Like, I can get over it. And the thing is that this stuff comes up sideways, and chances are we don't even see it. I was just working with someone today, and we got to the point where she was like, oh, I had no idea that's where that was coming from. But it makes so much sense now that we've kind of worked through this. And so I just want that for you. I want life to make a little more sense. I want you to be able to not be so surprised by the ways that you maybe overreact or get affected or triggered by things, and be able to bring them to coaching or be able to apply tools that you've learned in coaching that can help you get to the root of what's causing you grief and pain or is just confusing you about yourself, and uncover some truths that you can work through and get to the other side so they can be put to rest and you can continue on through your recovery and move forward in the steps with a lighter load. Okay. So, it's there for you if you reach out for it. With that, I pass. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. But more than that, it's important to me to give listeners like yourself a place where you do not need to feel alone on your 12-step journey. And for that reason, I've created a Facebook group. It's called Grateful Blessed Mess. And it's a place where listeners can go to add their own commentary on the share for the day, in addition to my own, and for us just to have a conversation or start a back and forth where people can find support in their 12-step journey. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you are here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess. And I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.